And hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Ebon Sales Exalted, Season 1, Episode 17, City Management in War. As is our new norm, we're going to start off with introductions. Kerr, if you would.
Hello everyone, I am Kerr, I am the DM, I am the one who attempts to torture and do horrible, wonderful things to all of my players in order to bring you entertainment. So I hope you all will enjoy the suffering I attempt to bring as they make me suffer instead. They aren't nice to me.
Unless you get the good rolls tonight.
Yeah. Guaco.
I'm Guaco, I am a Solar Exalted, and the player is Toshime.
I am Nevis, King of Conquerors. Played by Zim, of course. And Nevis is a Marten Beast Man, Lunar Exalted. Sark.
I'm Sark, playing Sark, and I'm a Infernal Exalted.
Hello, I am the Foxbard. I am playing Cyril. He is an alchemical exalted and somewhat like robot-y.
And then Murder.
Jaffa says, "Hello, I am Daddy Jaffa. I play murder. I am sleep deprived and have a newborn, so may."
Sleep deprived, let's go!
Jaffer may disappear at any moment tonight, unfortunately, but it is because he's got a newborn baby, and so that is perfectly understandable.
Also, I will be calling you Father Jaffer.
Oh, he clearly wants to be called Daddy Jaffer.
Listen, I call him Daddy at other points.
Papa Jaffer loves you. Also, Papa Nurgle loves you.
No.
The first person to introduce themselves was Kerr, the DM, or storyteller, rather. So, the recap, we're going to turn that over to... Oh, player, that was Toshime as Guaco.
The Solar Exalted.
The only human.
I mean... Cyril might be kind of human.
No, he's alchemical exalted.
But he
He
looks
still has a
human.
human soul.
He looks human.
Human passing.
Yeah, he's humanoid.
I mean, we're all humanoid here.
Human adjacent.
So, for the recap, we're going to turn it over to... Black Silver Fox wants to know Cyril's clarity.
He hasn't gained any yet. He's been around people enough that he's okay.
Just despite the fact he wants clarity so bad.
Mm-hmm. You have too much human interaction. You're fairly safe from clarity. Plus, you have Nevis. Nevis is enough.
Cyril literally talks the way he does because he wants clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the recap, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to... Sark.
Last time on Ebon Sales Exalted. Okay, So we went. We're at war. Did we do a battle?
Yes.
Okay, we did a battle. I believe we won.
Yes.
Oh, I
we did.
remember what happened. Okay, so we went out to the forest. Nevis, using his Marten men, went to attack these the mercenaries. Right, the mercenaries were being controlled by a heart eater
I'm never quite so comfortable
and
as when
tried
I'm
to
at peace,
essentially
60 wonder.
Demon
do the
God
Nevis thing and
Linden
make
has
them.
purchased 1 tabletop cards packs.
How was it? Oh, he tried to make them surrender. I think that worked for some of them, or maybe not. Anyway, they started to fight, but then a Beastmen army came up behind them and started attacking them. The Beastmen proved to be nice and not trying to kill us, but they were also working with Mahasuchi, so they made a deal, and now we're here. I'm like 90% sure that's what happened.
Lyndon, that is A-OK. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and picking up that pack. Also, Kerr, we are getting that ringing really bad.
Your laptop sound.
I tried moving my laptop.
That's better.
I'm sorry, Zim. It's just Kerr purring.
No, when he purrs, it's much different. That is correct, Lyndon. Advantage isn't a thing in Exalted. So, Kerr,
Yes, I was just letting you talk and everything.
we're good.
And so we begin again. And I have a baby. I have my baby. My kitty has come to join me. So I have my co-DM here. Everyone, please be gentle to my daughter because this is her first time running. Anyway, we begin again as you guys make your way back into the city. And you are victorious. And many of the people are celebrating. As you guys come back victoriously with your soldiers, most of the people seem excited, happy, hopeful. There are some, though, who are just kind of downtrodden still, who don't look like they have much hope or look like they are just not necessarily having a good time. But for the most part, the mood is pretty decent here. At least from what you can see as you guys come back. And Icewind is waiting for you, Nevis, as you arrive back. And she'll nod in greeting. Did the battle go well?
I mean, Nevis is coming back with his army leading about 1,000 captives, so...
She's smiling when she says this.
But of course, no battle, no force can stand before Nevis, King of Conquerors.
She chuckles and nods. If you could, once you finish dealing with the prisoners, gather in my office, you and your allies. I want to discuss a few things.
Understood. We will be there as soon as possible.
She'll nod before turning and starting off back into the manor retrofitted into basically a military office.
Nevis is going to take these captives to the ship.
Okay.
Have
Hello.
them.
Hello, sir. Welcome. What can I help you with?
Oh yeah, the AI.
Yes, Artie is
Artie.
here.
Yes, we have a few captives that we're going to need to break free from influence and.
Please
for the-
don't disturb me while I plot to overthrow you.
Demon_God_Linden has given the storyteller a reroll. May our end Jesus have mercy on you.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Anyways. We have captives that require. We would like to imprison them in the meantime until we can actually work through and see about breaking the hold that another Exalted has on them.
We do have cells that you can store them in. This many. We do have a spatial distortion cell that could probably hold this many.
Excellent. Direct my men to it. I need to go see on another matter. Where is that former noble I sent?
He is currently in. Was this the one that you wanted trained or eliminated or locked up?
Well, I mean, all of them he wanted trained, but the big group was murdered, so this was the first one that we came across.
He is currently undergoing basic training.
Excellent. I wish to check on his on the progress.
Sir, I wish to inform you to not do this.
Why is that?
I believe this would create a crippling undermining of your morale if you see this.
How so?
The quality of your army will drop immensely if he joins it.
Oh, he is not being trained to join my army.
Is this a plot in order to overthrow the enemy army by giving him to them?
No, it's more just teaching him some discipline. He will most likely be sent to work. He will most likely be sent to work the fields. But breaking the spirit is very important in the situation of one like this.
He is in the basement floor outside of the engine room.
Very well, thank you. And Nevis is going to head down to see what the status is on it.
The man is currently, as you come down, running screaming from a small group of mice that are chasing after him.
I'm assuming one of Nevis's sergeants arranged this, because he would have had one of the sergeants making sure that this guy was getting the discipline and such.
You see your sergeant sitting down reading from a scroll.
Sergeant, how goes the training and breaking of this one?
Oh, I haven't had to do much, sir. The exigent who works here, he wanted to take over, apparently, so he has some good ideas. I'm letting him run some stuff right now.
Sounds good to me.
Get these fuckers away from me! Quick! You see a mouse suddenly jump from the ceiling and basically hit the guy right in the face and send him toppling to the ground.
Just make sure he is not dead.
Oh, don't worry. The mice have been very good about that. Is there anything else, sir?
No, I simply wanted to check on this. It seems you're doing quite well. Or the Exigent is.
He's communing with the god apparently right now, but he left some of his mice to deal with him.
Very good. Carry on. And Nevis will leave to head over to Icewind's office then.
Do you send off messages to your allies?
Well, I thought most of them were with him and would have heard the request that they all meet up with.
Mostly for Cyril.
It would actually be for Sark. Sark's the only one that didn't come with.
Oh, that's right. I got mixed up. Sorry. I'm sorry.
But yes, Nevis would send a messenger off to find Sark.
Sark, one of Nevis's messengers has come to get you.
I'm gonna look at the messenger and just say, "How can I help you?"
Sir, Lord Nevis has asked for you to come to Lady Icewind's office. Apparently, they are planning a meeting, and they wish you and the others to attend.
Swiftpaw is with me, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna look at Swiftpaw and say, "Don't say anything. If they ask who you are, keep your mouth shut."
He'll nod.
I'm going to go off to Nevis.
So, as you all gather in Lady Icewind's office,
I mean, does anybody else have anything they want to do? Because Nevis's whole
That's
thing
fair.
probably would have taken a good hour.
is there anything anyone else would like to do?
This is kind of one of my last sessions. I'm not really sure if I should start anything.
Yes, start things.
What?
Start things. It's fine.
Start what?
If there's anything you want to do, do it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Well, go ahead, Cyril.
Well, shit, I didn't have anything in mind. Now I actually gotta think of something.
You're like, hold up. So you're like, I don't know if I should really start things.
Yeah, I walked into this with that mindset. That was the mindset I walked into this with. My mindset is I am not going to be part of the session for much longer, so I'm probably not going to do terribly much, I guess. And you're asking us to do things, and now I'm like, okay, well, let me explain my mindset. And now y'all are like, oh, hey, he had something. No, I didn't. I'm just explaining to you how I walked into this game today. And that is all.
All right, we'll come up with something to do.
And I'm off to Icewind's office.
I'll go to Iceman's office too. That'll
Okay.
be the thing.
Well, I guess we're all meeting up at Icewind's office instead of doing anything else.
I got nothing to do.
Yeah,
You
there's
want
plenty to do.
clarity?
I do want clarity, but like fucking, I don't know how to get that. It only really pays off if I'm at a Tochathon and I'm not there.
Some people's kids, they give up so easily.
Fucking, I'm not gonna break the seals and go see a Tochathon.
Okay.
Besides, that would easily take like 3 sessions.
You're with a couple of Exalted. We could get it done in a day.
So, anyways,
As you all enter into Lady Icewind's office, she is there sitting behind her desk. Farius is setting out tea for everybody, along with little cookies. And she nods to everyone. There's some chairs set out for everyone. Now, it's not really an emergency that I've called you all together. This is something more I wanted to discuss and see about getting things set up here. Right now, the city has been very harshly diminished by the conditions of war. We were under a siege before you all arrived, and while we were able to make do thanks to myself being able to create the water that we all rely on, as well as the fishermen going out to bring food, things have still been difficult for the citizens of this place. I was thinking about perhaps putting in some work on the city to try to get it back up to where it should be, what we can manage. I think it would do a lot for morale for people, as well as also making, well, this city a better base for us.
all
Makes
right,
sense.
and what would you like us to do then?
Well, first, I was more going to ask if any of you have any experience with anything like this. Managing things, so to speak.
Nevis points at Ferris.
It is part of the job description, Farris says.
I do handle higher level situations, but typically it is typically Ferris that handles the day-to-day things.
He nods. As amazing as my husband can be, he is still only one man, which is one of the reasons why I was asking if we might be able to divide any work between us of things that we may be good at. Help out the common people, so to speak.
Well,
If
I
any
can
of
at
you-
least help with the defenses of the city. That is where my particular strengths lie.
She'll nod. And she will get out a piece of paper and begin to jot down those notes. All right, Nevis, you will see to the city's defenses and see what upgrades and if there's any issues, taking care of them. And she looks over at the others. Is there anything any of you can think to offer here? Notes. I'm going to step in real quick as DM to explain things a little bit. This is a little extra phase whenever things go wrong or go long, or you say get a city, which looks over at Nevis. Looks at Nevis. One of the things you can do if you're in a city that you control for an extended period of time is attempt to make upgrades to the city. Basically, the way this works is a character basically takes on tasks to help upgrade that part of the city, and they help to usually overcome any issues or problems that may come up. Basically, you guys know how you had like the war rolls where you guys had to do a task, and if you do something good or bad, it affects the war later on.
Yeah.
Very similar to this, except this is actually going to affect the city directly, which may or may not have consequences later down the line. And if you guys wish to like put your ear to the ground to try to find out what's going on in the city so you know what things you might want to work on, you can do that as well.
Okay.
Well, Nevis has defenses as well as he's going to be training up the guard. So, what the rest of you going to do?
Cyril's really good at embassy.
That would be very good for managing the logistics inside the city to make sure materials and such get where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, he's got 5 sagacity and 4 embassy.
I think Sark is gonna go and just make sure they're just like tend to the defenses. So like the walls, make sure the walls are being maintained, and any defensive, anything defensive we can set up like cannons or something. Make sure those are in proper working order.
All right, so we got someone working on defenses, someone working on defenses, and then me on politics.
And me working on helping with the food supply.
Okay, so you're gonna handle
If
the
I
food.
might make a suggestion, Sark, you're good at stealth, right?
Yeah.
How about helping to... Because oftentimes in war, there's a lot of looters. You know, while all the guards are on the walls, criminals are more active around the city. You could help with that.
Stopping crime. All right. Is that the gist?
Yeah.
To
I
go
can do
track
that.
down the slaves.
And is there anything that Murder would like to do? I understand if you're a little bit busy right now.
Do, 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 do.
Jaffa says, murder can act as enforcer, or assassin, enforcing the city's laws, or assassinating hostile commanders.
Okay. So, Sark
Yeah.
and Murder would probably work together, though in two different aspects of it. Sark would basically get the information, keep watch, and deal with anything that pops up. And Murder would basically make sure that the city laws happen and basically serve as a judge,
Jury and executioner.
if necessary. This is good. This is good. Everything is working out so far. She will nod as she marks down stuff. I'm going to make sure that everything can keep going with the war effort and trying to get information out to get us help. Though I don't doubt your battle prowess, Nevis. It's just the sheer weight of numbers, it's going to take time to deal with them all. If we can get some reinforcements here, well, we can possibly field a bigger army and deal with them all at once, rather than picking them off bit by bit, even if she kind of chuckles a little bit. You are doing quite a job, you and everyone else here.
Naturally, I'm going to have Swiftpaw by my side helping me with my task.
I figured.
By the way, who is your new friend there, Sark?
An ally.
One of those that surrendered?
What do you got there, Sark? A smoothie.
Oh, he did surrender.
Just keep an eye on him. And if you need assistance with getting him trained up, do let one of my lieutenants know. They would be able to.
He's got plenty of training. But thanks anyway.
Of course.
Kerr, could you let us in on whatever you're laughing about?
A prudent choice.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
It's fine. I just had a thought and I absolutely love it and it came to me and it's great.
Mephisto Faust, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome. One thing that Nevis is also going to be doing is getting his personal army to work on training up the basically all of those people that surrendered. Because right now I believe he's got enough that if he gets them trained up, he could field 2 more 5-dot armies with full drill.
If you can get them trained up, that's going to take time, yeah.
Yeah. He is going, part of what he will be doing is working on that. Nevis will be available for, he's more overseeing the process, while also being available for other duties that may come up.
Sounds good. All right, let's start with Guaco. Considering what I did to Toshime last session, or Last game, he deserves some time in the spotlight. Alright. Hoshime, you are led by one of Lady Icewind's assistants to a large office. It is filled with paper. Lots and lots of information about like the current food supplies, the current basically any supplies that go into the city, foods and such, even other resources, pretty much anything that enters is marked here somewhere. Cyril, you would also be led here too, because this would also be part of what you would be managing. Though different than Guaco. Guaco is specifically focusing on food. You're more focused on making sure like everything runs correctly and efficiently. But Guaco, first you need to make fucking heads and tails of this place. Because dear God, their system is basically throw paper everywhere.
Oh boy.
So, give me an intelligence plus, or wow, never mind, sorry. Give me an embassy roll.
Not too bad. Oh, 6 actually.
Not too bad, he says. Not too bad, he says. Also, Sark, you're not in the fantasy grounds. You, Rocco, tell me, how do you want to organize these papers and make heads and tails of this?
Let's get the filing cabinet out and start organizing it by section of type of food, type of items that need to be given to the army, parts that are just solely for non-commissioned officers, stuff for civilian use.
Rocco, this is something that would probably take a normal person like hours or even days, maybe even a week or two to get through. You manage it in like 2 hours to get a robust, basically perfect system set up.
Is someone going to play the card?
That's why I wanted to pause for dramatic effects. As you get your filing cabinet set up, everything sorted, you will increase efficiency tenfold with this. making sure that food gets where it's supposed to the people who need it most, and to make sure that no one is left behind or forgotten. This is going to do a lot for making sure not just the army stays fed, but also all of the townspeople and all of just the lesser well-off people as well. You did a very, very good job.
Yay.
And as you are going through this paperwork, you actually rolled high enough, Guaco, that you can see that there is some discrepancies going on in some of the food deliveries. It looks like some of this food is not going where it's meant to go. And according to this, it looks like it was some of the soldiers here in the original army that was basically keeping this place safe that were, according to this and what you can kind of gather, it looks like they're basically making it so the food that would go to the poor citizens of the city, they're basically keeping it and giving them nothing, letting them starve or scrounge for themselves.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to take care of that right away.
What do you wish to do?
Find out who the leader of them are.
It looks like it's not really anyone important according to your records.
And see how they're doing this. Where they're putting it.
Let's see. From what you can kind of gather from your giant circle of information, the man is looks like just an officer. Not really that important. Definitely not like one of the nobles or one of the directly connected to them. But he's not like super low either. He's just kind of there, mid-rank. Nothing like super important or stand out. His name is let me find his name real quick in my noto. Skelrin, sorry, mispronounce it. Skelrin is his name. It looks like, with that roll that you got, that basically what they're doing is they're just keeping the food for themselves or to sell it off. And they basically just aren't even just taking it to them. And if the poor try to argue or fight, they basically gaslight them and said that they're the ones who took the food and got it, and now they're just trying to get extra food so they can sell it. And since they're in the military, well, nothing comes of it, and those people are basically just thrown out or beaten, one or the other.
Okay. Time for me to go have a little chat with him.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't take too long to find him. It looks like he's one of the people based out in this manor. and you are able to find his office. The guy is maybe in his 40s. He's just like in his normal uniform, sword sheathed at his side. Uh, Nothing really special, honestly. Brown hair, hazel eyes. And he looks up when you open the door to his office. Can I help you?
Yes, Skelrin. I've been
Yes.
going over the books on the food situation. Close the door behind me. I'm going to need you to give the food that the people are owed.
Everyone who deserves food gets it.
Judges your technique.
What does that one do?
When another character knowingly lies to the Exalt, he must make a hard bargain. Either the Exalt knows the character is lying, or the character reduces all future dice pools for fooling the Exalt by 2. This effect may trigger multiple times per scene, and the reductions stack to a maximum of the Exalt's awareness plus essence. At the end of the story, all reductions are reset.
That's a hell of a debuff.
Yeah, that is a major fucking debuff.
Nevis has it
AKA,
too.
no one fucking lies to you.
The biggest problem right now is this shows off that I'm anathema.
He kind of freezes up when he sees your cast mark glow. And he stutters for a moment. Those peasants don't deserve the food. We need it. We're the ones that are fighting. They're nothing but leeches on this place.
And what happens if you do lose this area? Why are you fighting for here?
Because we're being paid to do it.
And who do you think makes your wages?
You know, it just occurred to me. Nevis's cast mark would be showing at all times. He's got like 3 or 4 charms that are always active.
Do they require essence to activate?
They're modes that are committed.
They would dim after a while, so your cast mark wouldn't be showing then.
Okay.
It requires basically a fresh burst of essence to start the mark glowing and to get your anima banner started. And it'll eventually, when you commit the motes, that will trigger it, but after a while it will fade. And the commitment basically just stays within your body rather than going outwards.
Yeah, because he always has, like, that one is always active. And there's a few others that are, well, I mean, his hybrid body transformation is always active.
Mm-hmm.
The all-encompassing sorcerer's sight is always active.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Anyways, carry on. Sorry.
This port is for the dragon-blooded people. If you're just here to fight, you should have been a part of the mercenaries instead of being here.
Look, he kind of glances around a little bit. how about you just wipe this under the table? I'll give you a cut of everything, 50-50. You know how food gets in war? It can be sold for a freaking fortune. You can be freaking rich.
You know who I am.
He shakes his head.
Kerr, to let you know I have influence 5.
Oh, never mind.
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Rabbit Blitz says perfect.
Here's the person to introduce me.
Zim, could you play that card again? Just because I want to hear it again real quick.
One moment.
By the way, is the voice in that card, is that Stamper?
That's Solus from Hell of a Boss.
Oh,
The
okay.
voice actor, it's one of the the voice line is from Baldur's Gate.
What
If
is
you
it?
don't give me something to do, I'll
Yes.
have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Ron_Zim says perfect.
Huh, I could have sworn that was from Hell of a Boss. That sounds exactly like Solus's voice, and I thought that was actually a line he actually says in it.
Nope.
My bad. As
All of my voice lines on these cards come from either Baldur's Gate or League of Legends, at least currently.
as the door suddenly bursts open, the sounds of trumpets playing. You can see people running in, throwing confetti and flowers around Guaco as Domino comes marching into the room, throwing up his arms. Oh, darling, you don't know Guaco Pelps, the one, the only Exalted from the family. Quite an interesting case. Not just a dragon blood, oh no, but the finest of souls. And you don't know of him, the great hammer. He can hammer me anytime. But business before pleasure, even if I am being perfect at the moment. The most perfect introduction. This guy just stares at Domino in absolute terror.
Thank you,
Before-
Domino.
Before Domino smiles.
And I must say, Icewind Pelps is my sister.
The bitch is your sister? Oh, darling, language. How rude. I should cut out your tongue for that. Can I cut out his tongue?
No, he may need it to explain to her what he's doing.
Oh. You cruel boy, you. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Also, this is completely random, everyone, but I feel it is important for me to say Domino should never, ever be allowed to meet River Song. If there was somehow a Doctor Who crossover with him, he should never be allowed to meet the River Song, because those two would be totally sassy bitches with each other. And it would be fucking great.
You said don't meet, not that. I feel like you just gave us a reason to make that happen.
Hey, didn't you say it was in the same room or in the same area?
Jaffa says, you mean Melody Pond?
Yes.
The first room.
So the first room is, and I'm not there, or is I am there?
The one where I was organizing the notes.
The one where I am there, or the one where I am not there?
I don't think you're in the same room as Scale Rin.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
not. You're not in this room. You're currently back in your office doing your own thing right now. And you just kind of saw Guaco get up and walk out.
After organizing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
It looked like he kind of finished everything.
Cyril's doing his own stuff then, I assume. He's just like going through things, hears
Yep.
everything going on in the other room, doesn't care, as Cyril does.
But by the way, Cyril, you do hear the sound of Domino's voice and the great sounds of, his introduction and such. It's kind of hard to miss.
I think I'm gonna go organize something over here now.
I can stand on the head of a bin as well.
Hato Keme, you have been given a general cards and reactions pack through Stream Loots by Rabbit Blitz. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ooh, I wonder what Icewind will do to him. Do you think she might skin him alive and then pour salt upon his body? Or maybe cut off all of his toes and then force him to do an interpretive dance? Ooh, or perhaps feed him to the lions.
More appropriately, work towards making the fields better for everybody.
Oh, yes. Yes, the common folk, while not quite as interesting as you lot, are indeed perfect in their own imperfections, I suppose. Now, shall we deliver our dear little prisoner to your sister? Oh, I can't wait to see what she does.
Yes, let's.
Alright, scene change. Let us go to dark.
Alrighty.
So you are out doing some spying. Give me a stealth roll.
Actually, can I honestly just be... Oh, crap, I never joined. I'm bad. Can I also be talking to Swiftpaw?
Yeah, of course. He'd be with you.
I'm going to look at Swiftpaw and say, hey, Swiftpaw, remember those constructs that we had back in the guild?
Mm-hmm.
You ever know what happened to those after you know?
Stabbed you?
Yeah.
I think the boss still has them, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, he didn't take all of them because there's a ton of them and we kind of just knew how to build them.
I'm not 100% sure. We weren't really allowed around him afterwards. Most of us were sent off to do things.
You remember how they worked, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to build them?
If we had the materials, yeah, but we don't really have the materials around here.
What if I could get some materials?
If I had the tools, I could probably start doing it, but it would take some time.
And time's definitely something we have. You remember the plan we talked about using possible constructs as soldiers, right?
Mhm.
However, it was a pipe dream due to not having the power or the magical or whatever to do it.
Yeah.
What if we had that? Could we, in theory, create a machine using, I don't know, maybe part of an Exalted to power this machine?
Sure. I mean, that's basically how war strivers are done.
And if you had time, you could theoretically build said machine to be totally autonomous and have its own mind.
Yeah.
And follow order.
Yeah, I could do that.
Now let's say we do have those
up.
resources.
Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Conflagrated 9 raided my stream with 3 viewers.
Conflagrated K9, thank you very much for that raid. Welcome on in, everybody. How was your stream? Oh, we are doing some Ebon Sales Exalted. It's one of our tabletop games. Your favorite Australian? I am confused. Either way, how was your stream, Conflagrated? And welcome on in, everybody. I am Rawzim. We do variety gaming here, all sorts of things. No, I don't remember that. Moss 2, huh? Interesting. Well, yeah, welcome on in, everybody. I am Rawzim. We do all sorts of things, such as D&D, Pathfinder, World of Darkness, both Werewolf and Mage. Right now, we are doing our Exalted campaign, and we have a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon campaign that happens on Saturdays. And otherwise, we do a lot of variety gaming. Recently, I've been playing Vampire Survivors, Power Wash Simulator, Dungeon Keeper, the original, and as well as I've been playing Dwarf Fortress. So everybody coming in, please make sure you hit that follow button. For those that are already here, share the love with Conflagrated. And Conflagrated, thank you so much for sharing your community with me. I will be in the chat from here.
I think that roll cancels literally all of them out.
Let's see.
No, there's only 3 ones.
Yep.
So
You're good.
10's
Yeah.
count as 2.
You get a. Yeah, you got 4 successes there. So you did a very good job. So do you have Swiftpaw come with you?
Yes. And while he's talking, I'm basically talking to him about the plan to the hypothetical ability to create a machine that could build, using the power of an Exalt, to build a machine using both of our expertise to then use that to then create an army.
What he would need to do such a thing is basically the equivalent of a factory cathedral. Basically, what that would be is a factory cathedral is basically an autonomous building that can create really, really powerful artifacts. It has all the materials for doing it. It can maintain them, and it is basically like the cutting edge of tech in this world. It is.
And we have that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because, and for me to Swiftpaw saying, okay, because we would want to build, because the idea would be we build a machine that can then be sent somewhere, and it could then build its own thing.
Mhm.
It can build its
Yeah.
own base, do everything by itself. Basically, think of it as like a constructor bot.
And then you name it Cyril.
What?
Yes, you could do that. It would be possible to do that, especially
What?
since you have a factory cathedral.
Well, I'm glad to know that we can name it Cyril. Cool.
What?
Where did we get a factory cathedral?
The ship.
The ship has
Oh.
one.
It's great to know we're going to be repurposing Cyril. We'll tear him down, replace, take his parts, and go put him into the cathedral.
Warning, Sark, I don't feel so good.
Oh, I never said anything about Cyril.
No, you're describing how to make that type of an exalt.
Mm-hmm. So, Sark, as you make your way through the city with Swiftpaw talking about all of this, everything seems to be fairly ordered for now, but you can see in your investigation so far that people are starting to divide themselves a little bit. Like, you can see like the marks of like little gangs and groups forming, the us versus them sort of thing within especially the poor areas. But it hasn't grown yet to out and out violence. But you can kind of, with that role, you can kind of gather who is who's kind of in charge right now, and you'll be able to, if something happens, you'll be able to react either very quickly, or you may be able to react before the issues happen.
Could I find one of the leaders?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and do that.
Yeah, it looks like this guy is an older fellow. It looks like he's mostly just kind of making sure that everyone kind of brings their food and goods and stuff together, and he kind of divides it out among everyone. So if there's someone who is sick, they get first dibs on like the best food and the best blankets and such to make sure that they can make it through okay if they can't see the doctors. That kind of thing is what you're seeing.
So he's just generally a good guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. None of these people seem to be like bad. It's just like they're becoming very kind of close-knit communities among each other. And if things got bad, these are like the groups that would become basically like you can see where the us versus them lines are going to be drawn. If there's going to be fighting, it's basically going to be between groups, not like single individuals, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Right now, though, yes, they are very much. They're all just kind of just trying to get by right now. They haven't. They're doing what they can to protect their people.
I'm gonna go inform. I guess after I do my rounds, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna inform Icewind of what is essentially that I've seen.
Okay. And as you begin to make your way out from the slums, you and Swiftpaw making your way back towards the manor, Sark, you feel something. You feel something. You feel what feels like a spark suddenly shoot up your spine. And you feel the demon that's inside of you. You feel him. Most of the time, he's just kind of like resting. if that could be the term you could use here, he's not really talking to you much. He's more just observing and just kind of taking everything in passively without really paying that much attention to it. Now, when you felt that jolt go up your spine and you just kind of go straight, you felt him basically jump to attention. You felt him basically like go from like half asleep to suddenly almost panicked awake. My host, we have a problem.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna look at Swiftpaw and say, "You have a weapon, right?"
Yes.
Good. Get it. Or get it ready.
My host, I recommend either you flee this city immediately or go to the docks. He is here.
I'm gonna say, "Who is here?"
Him. And suddenly,
Crap.
Sark, you have a memory. A memory that you won't soon forget. When you were inducted into the Green Sun Princes, when you bonded to the demon, you were brought to Malpheus. To hell, basically. To be educated and to be given all the training that you needed and wanted. And basically, whatever you wanted, you were given. You were treated better than a sultan here in creation. However, while you were going through your training and adjustment period and basically recovering from nearly getting murdered, there was one person that you remember seeing. Another Green Sun Prince. Who was perhaps had the greatest ego, the largest, most over-the-top style, and a laugh that you will never forget in your deepest, darkest nightmares. There is only one person that it can be when your demon says, him.
I mean, I've also been to, like, war. Like, I've killed people. I have burnt down fucking villages just to get a point across. Like,
you don't know Malpheus level.
I'm gonna look at Swiftpaw and I'm gonna say, Swiftpaw,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to run, go find Nevis as fast as possible. Tell him someone named Malpheus is coming.
So the Green Sun's prince's name is Taro.
Okay, tell him that Taro's coming, and then stay with him.
Okay, I can do that.
And if that doesn't work, run to the ship. Tell them that Sark is going to let you on, and then get to that cathedral, and stay there.
Okay. I can do that.
Don't touch anything. Just stay there, and fuck it. You're an assassin. Don't get killed. Actually, do your job well.
He'll nod and take off running.
And like that, I'm going to dead sprint to Icewind.
You are going to be able to arrive as Nevis is still with her. She wanted to go over a few things with Nevis.
Who makes it there first? Me or...
You both make it about the same time.
Okay, but this is after I've... okay.
Basically, he went to go find Nevis, and then you basically get to Icewind right when he gets to Nevis, because they're basically in the same room.
I figured at this point Nevis would actually be out in the front yard supervising drills for the new recruits. Well, actually, no. He's got to talk to them first. So never mind on that. For now.
As Sark, you come across both Nevis and Icewind, along with Swiftpaw.
As I get there, I'm gonna say, well, so much for telling you to split up from me.
They were together. I'm sorry.
It's fine. And I'm gonna go up and it's like, Nevis, Icewind, we have a problem.
What is this problem?
Taro's coming.
Would Nevis have any idea who that is?
Roll
Nope.
sagacity.
Nope, he would not know.
And that is...
Big Bad Infernal.
I see. And he's coming here.
Yes.
Do we know why?
Nope.
Very well. I suppose I must go meet him.
Do I know if that's a bad idea?
Yes.
It's a challenge.
I'm trying to think of the right words to use here.
What would his demon tell him?
If Nevis met Taro, there might not be enough room in creation to survive the size of their egos.
You know what? I want to see how that ends.
The levels of like ego between Nevis and Taro clashing together might be so great that creation won't be able to maintain it.
Oh, you're walking at me? I need to get closer to you if I'm gonna punch you, idiot.
Yeah, you go do that. Let me know how that ends.
Oh no, you are coming with me. This seems to be somebody you know.
I'm gonna look at Swiftpaw and I'm gonna say, "You're coming too, by the way."
Okay.
Nevis is going to lean in close to Sark and whispering for Nevis, which is basically talking normal indoor volume for everybody else. Just kind of say, "Are you sure it's wise to bring a lover with you to the battlefield?"
Yeah, he's fine.
If this being is as powerful as you say they are, then they could use this person against you.
Trust me, I'm sure he'll. Trust me, if Swiftpaw, if this one here decides to get a little bit under my skin, I know how to deal with him.
I'm not talking about your lover getting under your skin, but rather this Taro putting them in danger and getting you to make a sacrifice of yourself.
Nah, everything will be okay.
Or perhaps redirecting damage that you attempt to deal to them.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Ah. Is this an Exalted that we... did you find another Exalted to mate with? I don't pick up any essence from them.
So far is not Exalted, no.
Nevis, you're going to have to trust me on this one.
Very well. Just do be sure you are appropriate out there. Nevis has fully decided that Sark just took Swiftpaw from the captives because he thought he was cute and is now keeping a boy toy with Swiftpaw.
Couldn't be further from the truth, but let's keep this going. Let's see where this goes.
Cyril, Guaco, you guys will both see this, and Iceman will send messengers as well to get you guys. As her own scouts are sending messages to her that a ship has gone through the blockade and is currently on its way to the ports.
Query: how large is this ship?
So would you guys all head on down to the docks then?
Fuck it, why not? Either all of creation is about to implode, or we're gonna have a good story to tell.
Or both.
Yeah, or both.
How large was the ship? I'm sorry.
When you see the ship, it looks like a very large vessel, like a sort of like pirate ship aesthetic. And other than the fact that it is painted very, very bright red, blue, and yellow, and a bit of black as well. Like we're talking like pastel blazing in the lights, bright colors.
Okay, but how big was it?
This ship, as it's approaching, it looks like a large vessel. Like this would be a combat ship.
Like large as in 1800s large ship, or large as in bigger than our large ship? That's like the
like a
size
galleon.
Of fucking...
It's like a galleon.
Okay.
As I'm looking at this ship,
much
Sark's
smaller
just
than
gonna...
ours.
Yes.
As Sark is looking at this ship, and as he's seeing it, he's just gonna say, "Damn, with the amount of flamboyancy of that thing, you could probably give Domino a run for his money."
Domino's right here.
Oh my! I think I'm in love. Look at that aesthetic, the colors. Oh my!
I'm gonna look at Swiftpaw and say, "You're gonna get used to this.
Okay.
Just try not to die."
I'll do my best.
If I pull out a spyglass, do I see a pirate loading a dog into a cannon?
No.
Okay.
You can see the ship is busy right now. And there is a man standing on the front. He has a fan that he is currently fanning himself with, and he is dressed in very, very bright red garb.
On the front, do you mean the forecastle or do you mean the bowsprit?
He's near where the front ornament would be on the ship.
And I recognize this man, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you know him.
I'm just gonna start like if there's any like if there's anything that can hit my head against, I'm just gonna start banging my head against it
Yeah, I
So-
know.
just repeatedly.
So that would probably be above the figurehead, where the foxhole meets the base of the bowsprit. Gotcha.
And
Sark, should we ready the cannons?
Yeah, but it's not gonna do anything.
usually, real
Cyril
quick,
pulls
Sark-
out his gun and starts charging it.
Wait, real quick, Sark. He's not bad because he's like homicidal or murderous or anything. He's bad because he's so fucking annoying. No one can stand being around him for more than a minute or two.
Yeah,
before they start going crazy.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, you should ready the cannons. It's not gonna do anything, but you should still do it anyway.
It'll just be his introduction.
Warning. Targeting.
And as the ship gets closer to the dock,
Cyril
Nevis.
aims.
Nevis, I need. Oh, I just realized they don't have that in the system.
No, they don't. Good luck.
Hey, Nevis, you see this man? This man who is currently standing on the prow of the ship. He is in majestic red clothing, a hat over his head, and he has a fan in one hand as he just casually fans himself. And
Nevis
when you
already
lay
hates him.
no, Nevis, when you lay eyes on him, some part of you calls out, and this is like your person.
No, it can't be.
This is your solar, your match.
This is
Definitely
your
can't be.
solar. Like, some part of you is like going, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Why? What the hell? I hate this guy. And then another part of you is going, oh my god, why do I feel like I want to be with him and want to talk with him?
Cyril fires.
The guy
Ah,
is
yeah.
wearing nothing that's practical. He's got a fan for crying out loud. Nevis wants nothing to do with this guy.
Cyril,
Launching-
as you fire, suddenly he's still like almost like a half mile away.
Yep.
And you can hear the sound of his laughter as he just throws his head back. Before just flicking out his fan. And Cyril, your shot is suddenly thrown up into the sky, where it explodes into multicolored fireworks. Your
I'm gonna
shot
look at
doesn't turn into over-the-top sparkling fireworks.
I'm gonna look at Cyril and say, I told you.
By the
Furry.
way,
How long
as
can
the,
he do that?
as the ship passes under the fireworks begin to move along with the ship.
Cyril's going into rapid fire mode and he's aiming at the ship's hull.
As you begin to fire, he begins to swipe his fan, each one sending more of your shots up into the sky and causing them to explode into even brighter fireworks. This time different colors, and they even change color too. And all the time you can hear his laughter, Cyril. That laughter.
Nevis
Cyril,
is
you're
going
only
to
making
kill
it
this
worse.
person.
Good luck.
Pew 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 pew. He'll run out of essence eventually. Pew 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 pew.
So I'm gonna look at Nevis and say, Nevis, I've tried. Trust me.
Cyril, he hasn't run out of essence and he hasn't slowed down. However, his anima banner is now fucking blazing into the sky.
Pew 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 pew.
And his anima banner looks to be a giant flag. And now you see him on a... For some reason, he's on a plankin now. And he has dancers throwing confetti and flowers around him.
Oh my god, Cyril, you're literally making it worse.
As he's
Kurt,
now sitting...
I am invoking the red rule on this.
Yes?
Nevis
the
would
red
want
rule?
nothing to do with this guy.
I know. That's one of the things with the solars and the lunars. This is one of the normal reactions of wanting nothing to do with them. But if you really don't want it, we can get rid of that.
I cannot see Nevis being at all attracted to somebody like this.
That's the fucking point.
Okay.
As
long as it doesn't stop me from killing him.
I wouldn't stop you from killing him.
Okay. Then we can proceed.
It would be like you find out that this guy's like your brother or your sister. It's like, oh wow, that like means a lot actually. But like shit, I still gotta do what I gotta do. But like now that's gonna hang with me.
Cyril, you keep firing, he keeps laughing and just kind of waving that fan and just batting shots away.
Can I just turn to Cyril and say, Cyril, seriously, please stop. You're only making it worse.
As the ship comes to the dock and the Planikin begins to march.
Tactical observation. I have him distracted. You could go for a strike.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Statement. I do not plan to stop firing. Pew 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 pew.
He hasn't stepped off the ship though as you keep firing. As he also, with one hand, throws it up as he keeps batting Cyril's shots away. My companions! Welcome! For I have arrived finally! Snark, it is so good to see you again.
Pew 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 pew.
You can get back on that ship and turn around and leave now.
I have brought goods and resources and artifacts for my dear ally. Sorry, my dear companion.
Pew 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 pew.
Okay, you know that picture of Shiro Ogami where like his eyes are just like triangles pointing inward and his eyes are shut? That's Sark right now. I'm gonna say, what do you want, Taro?
My companion, I am coming here to trade goods with you and to offer you resources, artifacts, and some of the other gains I have gained on my journey across the seas.
Warning, I'm going to be playing the laugh.
Oh no.
All right. Let me see. What do I have for this?
Well, as the as the designated protector of this port, I will be happy to seize those goods for the good of this port.
I'm gonna look at Nevis and I'm gonna be like, good luck with that.
I'm going to be spending a mote to do revolving bow discipline so that I fire faster.
He is still on his vessel, so he's still able to block it. But he cannot leave the vessel or do anything else right now, except talk.
Excellent. Nevis is gesturing for his soldiers to board the vessel and begin unloading it.
As they begin to approach the vessel,
I wouldn't try that.
you see pieces of the vessel start moving, and you see them turn into tiny crossbows and cock.
I aim down at the crossbows.
I'm gonna look at Nevis and be like, Nevis, I know it's worked in the past, but it's not gonna work this time. I hate to tell you.
He looks at Nevis. I see you too also have many companions going with you.
Sark, make him disappear.
I can't.
Why not?
What? Hello?
Why, Sark is one of my loyal companions, of course.
No, it's like, we weren't companions, we just ended up in the same hellhole together.
Sark, if this is another lover of yours, they are not welcome here.
First off, that's not what's happening. Second, I just said we were in the same hellhole
right,
together.
Right. Newcomer, I'm afraid that Sark has moved on to someone else. He no longer has interest in you in that manner. Please leave.
You see him kind of snap his fan shut and point it at Nevis. This time he's kind of just ducking and weaving a little bit to avoid Cyril shooting him. So you have dared to steal one of my chosen companions away from me. Interesting! How would you like to become one of my companions then?
I'm gonna look at
Not at
Swiftpaw and I'm
all.
gonna say, this is your fault.
Swiftpaw's just gonna stare at him. What did I do?
I mean, he literally... The whole reason Sark's in this mess is because Swiftpaw stabbed him.
Well, helped.
Now would be a good time for Nevis to introduce himself.
I am Nevis, King of Conquerors, and I have no interest in your companionship. I only take capable allies to be with me.
Sark's just gonna say that, and I'm pretty sure we can only take one of y'all's egos.
Taro, Lord of the Seven Seas, eventual Shogun of Creation.
If that is what your goal is, then you are my enemy.
Rival.
I will bring peace
Enemy.
and justice to all of creation. I will cast down all the unjust laws, all corrupt kingdoms, and I will raise in their place a great and glorious world. Ha 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 ha!
Cyril's checking his Hearthstone as he continues firing.
It's starting to dim a little bit. You've been firing so much.
Can I put a mode into it?
No, the gun just needs to. Your gun stops shooting as it's starting to overheat, and it could hurt you.
I'll take the damage.
The safety mechanisms in the gun go off. You've never had this problem before. You've never shot this many times this fast.
I'm gonna try to yell up to Taro, and it's like, Taro, listen, we've got this situation handled. Thank you for your time. If you'd like to trade, I'm pretty sure we might be interested, depending on what you have.
He snaps his fan to Sark. Well, of course I want to trade my companion. That's why I'm here.
Cyril jumps down.
I'm gonna look at Nevis, and it's like, we should at least see what he's got and maybe actually try diplomacy. Even though I ain't one for diplomacy, trust me, there ain't no other way we're gonna get rid of him.
Nevis will let out a sigh. Very well. Bring your goods to shore and we will see what you have.
Wonderful! Then let us begin our trading, my new companions. Now, my
I
companions,
am not
bring
your
everything
companion.
out.
Statement. When he comes aboard shore, I will punch him.
As you see somewhat scantily clad men wearing mostly white pants lifting these large crates and boxes begin coming off of the ship. By the way, Nevis, I realized this, but I didn't tell you. His ship is literally brimming with essence. The entire ship is infused with it.
Ah, good to know.
It is likely this ship is a very powerful artifact.
Hey, look, Nevis, they're bringing off slaves to deliver goods.
Swiftpaw and I are going to go and examine the goods as they're being brought off.
Silks, food, exotic items, fire dust, fire wands.
Nevis is going to pull one of the workers aside. Are you a slave or free?
We're all free. Taro saved us.
How so?
We were slaves on another vessel, and Taro's ship came up, attacked them, and freed all of us.
More like under new management.
Understood.
A lot of this stuff that we got, we raid guild ships for. The people who wouldn't surrender, Taro took out. and all the slaves he freed and took the items. And we've been going kind of island to island, helping out those who need it, and otherwise dealing with any problems that are there. Taro doesn't like seeing things being left imperfectly. Oh, darling, a man after my own heart. Ah.
Nevis is gonna look over at Domino. Well, you're welcome to him. Go ahead and take him far away.
Oh, darling, I simply couldn't. This is far too perfect of a situation right now.
Domino, for once I want you to be your weird self, and you're not doing it.
Oh, darling, do you not get the symmetry here? The most delicious and perfect symmetry.
What symmetry?
Darling, between you and Taro, of course. Ha ha ha! Well done, my companions! You were able to move everything much faster than last time. Wonderful, keep up your training.
He is nothing but a buffoon and... well, that's really it. Well, that outfit he is wearing is far too flamboyant and not able to be used in combat at all. There is no symmetry here.
Oh, darling, you haven't even seen him fight yet. He is one of the Exalted, and he was able to hold off Cyril while he was on his vessel. I am fairly sure he is quite effective on the field of battle, from the sounds of it. Why, he reminds me quite a lot of you, honestly. Though a little louder than most, I suppose. You're not one for subtlety yourself, Nevis. It's one of your delightful features, after all.
I realize that I am not very good at subtlety. However, this individual is little more than an annoyance.
As Taro marches up to you, Cyril, and points his folded up fan at you. You! Would you care to become my companion? You have quite the skills. You may attempt to roll.
Let's go.
As you see his cast mark glow when you make the punch.
We got a 10. There's a chance. I didn't roll another 10. I didn't get it.
Ouch.
Cyril, you try to punch him, and he kind of bats your hand aside with his fan, and you can see his cast mark blazing even brighter, as you can see more dancers begin to come off the ship, throwing flowers, and holding, like, streams of silk, and waving it around, and dancing around his pannikin.
Alright, I'm using my many attacks technique. Let's go.
Can I just yell from where I am? Holy shit, Cyril, you're only making it worse.
God damn it.
You do not hit as he bats both attacks aside. His base
Alright.
defense is higher. You do not hit. As he continuously bats aside your punches, Cyril. Are you just gonna keep trying?
Yeah.
Wish.
Hang on,
Wish.
hang on.
Wish.
One,
I
two,
can't
three.
keep shooting, so I'm going to keep punching.
Almost. That first one almost gets through his guard. It's like you kind of glance his face as he leans his head to the side. With every time you do this, by the way, you can see like a couple more dancers and such come out to join the group.
Alright, spend 1 mode on step 3, doubling the extra successes after applying defense, but before any bonuses are successfully applied. Spending another mote for that one.
You still haven't hit him.
Wait, what?
You almost hit him, but you
No,
do
yeah.
not hit him.
Spend 1 mote on step 3, doubling the extra successes. After applying defense, is this...
So what that means
It's
is...
only if I hit him.
Correct.
Okay.
Because every success you roll over a person's defense, you get to add to damage. That doubles that.
Can I throw stealth in here?
No.
Damn it.
No, sir, I'm going to cut you off now. You've had plenty of tries. As Nevis, you basically watch him for like the next minute. Him just kind of blocking and batting aside Cyril's without really paying attention. As he kind of looks over at you, Sark. My companion, what have you been up to in your time away?
I'm gonna say, oh, stuff. Trying to kill various people. Same old shit I did when I was alive.
You still are alive.
Previous.
Fair. As he looks over at Guaco. And who are you? Do you care to be my companion? I just imagine.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say I just imagine Cyril in the background, still trying to hit him and going just growling under his breath. I will hit him.
If I
Thank
did,
God Murder's not
that
here.
would go against Nevis, so I think I'll have to pass at this time.
I see. You are loyal to Nevis.
What would go against Nevis?
If I was to join him.
Ah. Very much so.
You see him throw his head back. You are loyal to your lord. That is good.
I'm just gonna look around. It's like, wait, when was Nevis our lord?
Well, obviously you are all his companions, are you not?
Think of it as well, I don't know about them, but me and Nevis have the same goal.
Cyril, you
Sort of.
you try to hit him so hard, you trip and fall off the pier into the water.
Get out of the water and go back at it.
Manners.
I'm gonna go over to Swiftpaw and say, hey, why don't you see if you can find anything that might be useful for our little project?
He'll nod and start going through everything. Before Taro just kind of claps his hands together once. Now! He snaps his fingers, and workers immediately begin taking very large tables off of the vessel from underneath the vessel and begin moving it out, setting up large tables basically in like the town square right off of the docks. And they begin unpacking food, like freshly cooked food from inside of the ship and bringing it out. Food. These people have basically been living on dried preserved food and fish for like the last few months now since this started happening. This is like fresh, good fruits, vegetables, meats, things that none of these people would have had in months. And all of it looks very, very good. As Taro looks at you, my new companions, let us celebrate our meeting with a grand meal. We will have a festival of it. As he throws his head back and begins to laugh.
Sark's gonna look at Nevis and be like, I hate to say it, but I hate to say it, but it might be good for some morale around here. Give the troops something to look forward to.
And we may even invite the mercenaries. I know they'll be low on food right now.
And I guess with that, I'm just going to sit down and participate, I guess.
Yeah, it's a grand festival that he's trying to set up for everyone.
And how much is this costing?
Nothing. This is a festival for everybody to enjoy. This is to celebrate our meeting.
Still don't trust it.
As he kind of snaps his fan closed and points to the townsfolk that are coming out and sitting down. These people look like they could use something to raise their spirits. So we will hold a festival.
I can appreciate that. However, never mind. Go ahead.
Swiftpaw does come over to you, Nevis. He has a lot of really good stuff that could be useful for outfitting our army.
Instead of going to Sark with that?
You're the one who's in charge of the army.
Fair. The multiple armies.
Yeah, it's like he's the one that you're the one that he would go to.
What do you want for all of this equipment then? Hello?
He points at Nevis with his fan. Let us have a glorious duel.
I quickly punch at him while the fan is away.
Go ahead, roll. You can try to punch him.
You know, Moriarty, if there's one thing you've got, it's dedication.
And he kind of just leans to the side without even looking at you, Cyril, and just dodges the punches. We can have an entertaining match. We can entertain the townsfolk with our battle prowess.
Ooh. There's a 4.
3.
Ah.
Yep. No, he just keeps
looks-
dodging you, Cyril.
It looks to me like Cyril wishes to duel you.
I was just helping him to get more exercise. Ha 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 ha.
Do alchemicals exercise? Is that a thing?
They
He is a
can.
machine. He does not really require exercise.
Objection. I am not a machine. I am an alchemical exalted. There is a clear difference. Punch, 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 punch.
One of them's more annoying.
Bro, where are my 10s?
So, Nevis, so-called King of Conquerors, will you accept my duel? Win or lose, I will allow you to have these items. Will you give me the enjoyment of facing someone who is said to be a fellow conqueror?
Very well. I accept your challenge.
When they just duel and Cyril's still there throwing punches.
End of session. Next time on Evan Sales Exalted, let the duel begin.
Apparently, Sark has a boy toy now, according to Nevis, but
Are you saying you don't want a boy toy?
Also, I shared a little silly thing in Evan Sales. This is what I imagine his laugh sounding like in my head.
Oh, I like Toshime's suggestion of what his laugh sounds like. I very much like Toshime's suggestion. Can we hear it again, Toshime?
Okay.
What does 7 have broken through?
Don't actually do it, Toshime.
You sure?
Yeah. The tightest laugh though. The really over the top awkward bullshit laugh. You know, I really should set that up as a card. Oh, jeez. That would make a good card, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to do so. But in the meantime, Toshime, go post that in the Streamloots channel on the Discord, please. Just so I have a reminder. In the meantime, thank you everybody so much for joining us for Ebon Sales Exalted. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. there on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.